Namaste, everyone. The purpose of this podcast is to bring you the inspiring stories of people who work relentlessly for the upliftment of the weaker society. If this content resonates with you, kindly consider subscribing and commenting on our video. Thank you so much. From the corridors of Rajya Sabha to the classrooms of SNS Pathshala, our guest's journey reflects a lifelong commitment towards public service. Mrs. Vandana Garg has had a distinguished career of over 4 decades in the Rajya Sabha Secretariat. She retired as an additional secretary and continues to influence young minds through SNS Foundation. It is a privilege to hear your story and experiences, ma'am. A very warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, your academic background is in literature, but
Yes,
your professional journey took you to Rajya Sabha. How did this happen?
it was due to the family problems. My father unfortunately passed away, and I, being the eldest,
Hmm.
I had to join on compassion grounds. I joined at the lowest level as a junior clerk in Rajya Sabha. But then, after that, somehow I cleared the departmental exams with a very good position. And in that way, I kept on proceeding further. Although I had the pure background of literature and that too Hindi literature. But
Yeah.
there I can say if I use the words in Hindi, अगर किसी को तैरना नहीं आता है और आप उसको समुद्र में धक्का दे दें, so the position was just like that. I was
Huh.
a very introvert person, and then after my father's death, the problems were very much there. But when
Hmm.
I joined, though, I found I was lucky enough to have two mentors,
Huh.
two elderly colleagues, lady colleagues.
Huh.
They were just like mothers to me.
Huh.
One mother was at home and the two were there. And
Huh.
they just took my hand and they guided me. And that meant a lot of difference to me. Because at that time, there was a kind of, what should I say, male staff was more in number and
Right.
women staff were very few. And
Huh.
that too, the person like me, I was 20 plus at that time.
Hmm.
And I, within a span of 6 months or 1 year, I cleared the exam and I
One.
was became senior to them overnight to many of my male colleagues. So
Huh.
they were not very happy, but
Huh.
I had to do it. So those two, my mentors there in the. That's
Huh.
why I love the word mentor. They
Huh.
guided me,
Right.
and I because my background was of literature, and
Hmm.
there I had to do not in the very beginning,
Huh.
but when I was at the middle level, all the legal things
Hmm.
I was not at all aware about that. But
Right.
I was in, reading was my habit.
Huh.
So I took the law books and all the material which comes before you when you are formulating some new law. So
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
way
Hmm.
I managed. And then the other charge with me was of questions, parliamentary questions.
Right.
So, being a shy person, I was thrown in the center of
Huh.
the house when the
Huh.
proceedings are going on, and
Huh.
when you are representing entire branch of about 100 people, and
Huh.
the questions are being asked. I was answerable for everything, and
Right.
my male colleagues were enjoying the show.
Huh.
Where she is at fault, then we will make it
Hmm.
an issue.
Huh.
But
Huh.
now I laugh, but at that time it was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
difficult for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I managed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And this SNS Pathshala, it was sheer fortune. I retired in March 2015, and
Huh.
in sometime in late 2016, one of my neighbors they told me, एक पीछे पार्क में एक पाठशाला है, अगर आप जाना चाहें तो मैं आपको ले चलती हूँ.
हाँ
But
जी.
I went with her. She was not
Okay.
teaching there, but she took me there. And
Okay.
there, I love children. So the Pathshala was there in the park, different groups
Right.
were there. And
Right.
the mentors were very nice.
Right.
In this way it began the journey. But like law, I was not aware when I joined the official life. I
Huh.
have never taught. I had zero teaching experience.
Right.
I never
Right.
got the opportunity to teach my children also. But
Oh.
but
Yeah.
it began and it is continuing. That's
Oh.
the thing.
Wonderful, ma'am. So you began your journey at a tender age of 20 years and that
I,
too in an intimidating place like Rajya Sabha.
uh,
Ma'am,
My
how?
MA first year result was not out at that time.
Wow,
Uh,
excellent. Okay, even before that, you got
Before
the
that.
job. Yeah, right. Ma'am, all those years of spending working in Rajya Sabha, how did it shape your understanding of the society?
Uh, Very early in the life, what I realized is that you cannot expect everything from others. So
Correct.
even if you are in a very difficult position, you are facing challenges. So
Mm,
it is your fight. Nobody
mm,
would come forward. So
mm,
you have to manage somehow. So there
mm,
would be 2 or 3 people who are very considerate to you, but ultimately
mm.
it is your fight.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
hard work and consistency,
yeah.
it helped me.
Excellent, ma'am. Ma'am, since you have been a part of the committee which has worked in formulating various policies that has affected the nation on the whole, I'm asking this question to you.
Mhm.
Domestic violence is still the single most largest complaint received by the National Commission for Women, according to
That
their latest report 2025.
is
So,
true.
in this scenario, what can institutions like SNS do to break this cycle of domestic violence and promote gender equality from an early age among the students?
The problem is that I think the parents are not that cooperative.
Hmm.
They still continue discriminating between a girl child and a,
Correct. Correct.
which we
Yes.
observe in our students also. We,
Yes.
whenever we find the time to interact with the parents, we try to convince them. So what
Hmm.
happens is that I have seen 3 or 4 students. They sent their boy to a private school under that EWS quota, and
Hmm.
the girl was in a government school. That too, after our request so many times, can you please
Hmm.
put her also to school?
Hmm.
Then there is a latest example is there. The boy goes to a private school under
Hmm.
EWS quota, and the sister is going in a CM Shri school.
Yeah.
Both are intelligent, but the
Yeah.
boy, because I have observed that under
Hmm.
EWS quota, I think it is a negative impact in the longer run
Hmm.
because the classmates don't mingle, don't interact with you in the
Very
normal
true.
way, and
Yeah.
what happens is that the person becomes either he becomes too arrogant or he becomes too submissive.
Hmm.
That creates problems.
Hmm. Yeah. True.
And the what happens is that the moment the girl child reaches 8th or 9th,
Hmm.
they start mothers start taking them to wherever they work as maid, but
Correct.
they
Yeah.
want to marry them early. So that is
Hmm.
the main problem. So we keep on guiding them, but I think we can have some kind of should I say some kind of interaction where
Hmm.
normally mothers come. So
Hmm.
we have to enable the fathers also because
Correct.
they are a non-entity. Normally,
Correct.
mothers are only active. So
Yeah.
we have to have a discussion with them to convince them that you have to treat the children,
Hmm.
daughter and son, equally. But that mindset has not changed.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
the other thing is that which when we were formulating this domestic violence,
Hmm.
perhaps I mentioned it to you. Uh, so many organizations come to us when
Hmm.
the committee is examining it. So we have
Hmm.
views from the public,
Hmm.
experts also come,
Hmm.
NGOs also come. So 2 or 3 men's organizations they wanted
Hmm.
to appear before the committee,
Ah,
and they said, and I think they have proven themselves right. They said, "Ki you can't take the woman only as a victim.
very
Men
true.
are also
Yes.
victim, and this is happening nowadays. It is
Yeah, yeah. The cases, the
happening.
recent cases are an evidence for that. Yeah,
So
yeah.
we gave this recommendation in the committee report that you make the definition of victim as gender neutral. Don't,
Correct.
but the ministry did not agree because our reports are recommendatory. They did
Right.
not agree.
Right.
So
Okay.
that is the thing. That is the
Okay.
problem.
Yeah. Right, ma'am. Ma'am, you have also worked on youth and sports
Mhm.
policies as well. So, do you think we are underestimating the role of sports in the development of our students, especially the students who come from the underserved communities?
That is there. That is there. I think across the board.
Mm,
If the child is doing something extraordinary in the sports field, then it is a
mm,
different story. Otherwise,
mm,
the parents focus on the girl
mm.
son's education only. Daughters are nowhere in this sports area.
Correct.
And
Correct.
SNS also, because we don't have that kind of time to have sports meet and all that. That
True.
doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
True. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
So we can say it is a sidelined area. So
Exactly.
SNS there.
Yeah.
But it is true that sports teaches you discipline and comradeship. But this kind of ideas, this kind of habits, we try to inculcate in the children.
But as you say, we are short on resources. Maybe if we
No.
have more people who coming in, we can have more facilities, sports facilities as
Sports
well.
meet is not there.
Yeah. True.
We can
Right.
start. We can make a beginning by having indoor sports, like for example, chess.
Correct.
It makes your mind also very strong, and it gives you insight also.
Yeah.
But again, the time factor is there.
Yeah. Exactly. The time factor plays a very important role. We don't have that much time with the kids. Yeah. Understood, ma'am. So, ma'am, it's very interesting to know that you have worked on so many policies and so many issues. So you would have observed a lot of eminent political leaders from close quarters. So, what do you think differentiates a politician who merely holds office and a statesman who actually leaves a lasting legacy?
I can't say that politicians don't make a difference, because I have worked with leaders like Brinda Karat, Jayaprakash Nadda. He used to be our health committee chairperson. Then Oscar Fernandez, he used to be the chairman of the HRD committee. N.K. Singh, he was a member of our HRD committee. Even Kirti Azad, Maneka Gandhi, Sushma Swaraj. So many people. And they were down to earth people. And whatever, because we were doing our work seriously, so they are keen observers. They know the staff side, whether they are making and just doing their job as a formality or they are really involved. So they understand. And then we used to come up with all the feedback. For example, in this right to education bill, at that time Kapil Sibal was the minister, if I remember correctly. They introduced the scheme of allowing the children to go to the next class without clearing the exam even. We protested. So the joint secretary, I still remember, she was a lady officer. She said, "Ma'am, you don't understand. We can't put so much pressure on the children. They are very delicate children. We can't put burden." So we recorded that. This would, in the long run, it would not be a good decision. And it has happened now. They have reverted back.
Right.
I think from 9th onward they have to qualify. The students are very much worried now. कि हमें पास करना पड़ेगा.
Correct. Yeah. Excellent, ma'am. So, ma'am, while we were conversing, you mentioned that you didn't have any formal teachers training as such.
No.
So this question is especially for all those retired people who have a wealth of knowledge and experience to share, but they hesitate because they feel they don't have the teaching skills. So do you really think that a formal teacher training or a formal training matters? Or what are the challenges you faced yourself when you joined SNS?
Challenge, you can say that we have to do self-study if you are teaching senior class. And children are very smart. They understand. Teacher ko to kuch malum nahi hai. Understanding is also there. Or then they keep on telling about the school atmosphere, which is quite unfortunate. Now, exam में तो cheating करना allowed है. So we keep on telling them कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं करना है. So what we do, we mingle with them as a family. And we keep on observing, and then we discuss with other mentors also. One subject is taken, so all the mentors are involved. They know the child's psychology also. So in that way, we sometimes in the class only. Sometimes we keep the child somewhat away, and then try to make him understand. पढ़ाने में I don't think, because if you have the reading habit, you can manage.
Yeah, I think the intention is what matters,
exactly.
and the passion and the intention, not the training. Yeah, excellent, ma'am. So, ma'am, you have now worked for almost 9 years with SNS Pathshala. Yeah. So, what are the other challenges that NGO like SNS face in scaling up and sustaining their efforts towards the society?
Our SNS is doing a very good job, I would say, because in my 9 years of my association with SNS, I have seen mentors. One of them was, he was a IIT professor retired, and he was
Mm.
80 plus. He was a
Mm.
maths teacher. In the peak of summer, he used to come and he was very dedicated. Another one was Mr. Pandey. He was also a maths teacher. He's no good, unfortunately. But they were good. They had the background of teaching. But
Yes.
there are 2 or 3 teachers also, retired teachers. They are also doing a good job. But for a person like me, मेरे को बिल्कुल इंटरेस्ट नहीं था पढ़ाने में. स्टोरी
Yes.
बुक्स पढ़ने में बहुत इंटरेस्ट था.
हाँ जी, हाँ.
पर I like children.
हाँ.
Once you start interacting with a child and you understand ki what kind of problem he is facing, you can do wonders. You can manage.
Correct. Correct. I think the spark in their eyes and their beautiful smile when they understand the thing,
that is true.
that is a very big reward for us as teachers. Yeah. So, what are the other challenges that SNS faces, ma'am?
One area which doesn't get that attention is the books library.
Yes.
So we started it, but somehow again the time constraint is there.
Hmm.
I keep on telling the children, स्कूल में लाइब्रेरी पीरियड होता है तो जाते हो, बुक मिलती है. तो उन लोगों का वो माइंडसेट उस है ही नहीं, ज्यादा नहीं है. एक तो ये दिस मोबाइल थिंग दैट हैज मेड
Very true.
very
Yeah.
damaging वो. तो I
Yeah.
keep on telling them कि books are the best friend. फिर अपना एग्जांपल दे के कहानी सुना के sometimes I bore them कि नहीं बेटा वो न्यूज आती थी उस वक्त ऑल इंडिया रेडियो में, and my father was he was an interpreter. Hindi to English, English to Hindi. So 8 a.m. news in the home, nobody had to speak anything.
Yeah.
He used to interpret
Okay.
when the news was going. So from him I learned how to मेहनत कैसे करना. तो न्यूज़पेपर आता था तो एक वर्ड डिक्शनरी होती थी. आजकल के बच्चे डिक्शनरी भी नहीं यूज करते ना. तो वो फिर वहां से हम लोग एक वर्ड, मैं वही बोलती हूँ, अगर एक सेंटेंस में एक वर्ड का मीनिंग आता है, ट्राई टू कनेक्ट इट विद द अदर वर्ड्स, तो उसमें मीनिंग आता है. और आजकल वो चैट जीपीटी वो आंसर सबसे बढ़िया बना के छोटी क्लास के बच्चे भी.
True.
That is the problem.
Yeah. They're misusing technology actually. Right. So, ma'am, you mentioned when we were talking earlier that you want to spend all your time and energy, as long as your energy supports you, you want to continue this service to the society. What is your motivation and what does service mean personally to you?
No, because when I retired, it was a full-time job. I never used to have time for, the me time was not there. So retirement made a lot of difference. I got the me time, but the entire day I think for 5 years I was all alone. My son was in Pune, so daughter was in US, so I was all alone. How to spend time? So Pathshala was a distraction and a very enriching experience for me. And so we were involved with their progress and all that. And then you also have a friend circle. So that also makes a difference.
Right. Excellent, ma'am. So, ma'am, again, taking you back to the policy wala questions, you have had the experience of framing policies and now you have the exposure of this education. So, if I ask you to frame one final parliamentary report on the state of education in India at present, what would your recommendations be?
I think the human angle is missing. Laws are perfect. There is no problem. Experts and the parliamentary committees, all of them join together. There is no short lapse in the law. But how to implement it? Implementation, again, it's points to the teachers and the COVID thing and that right to education. So children, teachers also are not that kind of serious. They also, when I ask the children, अच्छा अब मैं क्या करती हूँ? I ask them to bring their classwork, homework up. They bring. Then I go through their answers. तो गलत पे भी, wrong पे भी teacher has very smartly tick mark किया हुआ है. So what I do, I try to do it, not with all the children. I correct wherever the answer is wrong or some spelling mistake या grammatical mistake is there. तो मैंने कहा देखो अब तुम्हें दोबारा लिखना नहीं पड़ेगा. इन दैट वे आप जो करेक्शन किए उसको फोकस करो, तुम्हारी
हाँ,
माँ ने इतना ध्यान नहीं दिया. I can't
correct.
blame her also because so many children
Mm,
are there. The
mm,
other thing is that we need to interact with the parents. Wherever
mm,
the parents are very much involved, the children
mm.
are doing wonderfully.
True.
But
Yeah,
where they are not there, or another aspect is that they feel that we are giving education free of.
correct.
I think. So they don't value. That is
Correct.
human nature. So some of
Correct.
the children they go to private tuitions also.
Correct. Yeah.
So when we asked them, and some of them have returned back. They left our Pathshala when
Hmm.
they failed in the exam, and
हाँ,
then they came back to us. What happened? अब क्या हुआ? नहीं वो
हाँ,
ट्यूशन में तो टीचर ठीक
हाँ,
से नहीं पढ़ाती थी.
हाँ,
So
हाँ.
parents are carrying that complex. They try to equate them with the homes where they work. कि उनके
Right.
बच्चे ट्यूशन पढ़े तो हम अपने बच्चों को क्यों नहीं भेजें? But
Correct.
they
Correct.
can't differentiate between what we are doing, because if
Hmm.
a class of 10th class and
Hmm.
only 4 children are there,
Hmm.
and the teacher is interacting with all the students face to face, he knows
Correct.
the shortcoming of the one student, of the good parts
Yeah.
of the other, and then he is mixing it. So
Yeah.
that makes a difference.
Very true.
In the school classroom, you can't do that. It's
Correct.
not possible for the teacher.
Correct.
We can do that. So that makes a difference.
Yeah. So you'll focus more on the human angle, is what you're saying.
Definitely.
Excellent. Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, now I would like to switch gears from serious conversations to getting to know you better through a rapid fire round.
Okay.
Yeah. Ma'am, one book that has influenced you the most.
I would say War and Peace, and other one, there are two different
War
things.
and
Animal
Peace.
form. Animal form. So
Animal.
animal form is, I think, relevant even today.
Okay.
Politicians and power, how it makes the person a totally different human being.
Yeah.
That is there.
Ah,
But the
thanks.
power politics is there even in our, I should not say, in every
Yeah.
organization.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Even in the homes.
Yeah,
in the
even that
homes.
was what I was trying to say. Ki even
We
in our
can't escape from
households.
there. We can't.
Yeah, very true. Very true, ma'am. Ma'am, a lesson retirement has taught you.
Retirement has, when I retired, I thought now I would not be having any responsibility, official responsibilities done away with. Now a free bird, I would enjoy my life. Reading was my hobby, and I also do some writing poems and knitting also.
Right.
But then life was, I would say God was laughing in the sky. So many challenges came to me. Retirement, you don't take retirement for granted. I would say.
Yeah.
But try to enjoy it. So I am enjoying my hobbies, my
Right.
Pathshala, my
Right.
free time I'm doing. But the challenges are very much there. Not the
Right.
official challenges, but at the home front they are.
At home front.
Definitely.
Yeah. Right. Ma'am, policy making or teaching, which is more challenging?
For me, both of them were challenging because, strangely enough, policy making, I did not have a legal background, not at all. Literature
Yes.
student. And the teaching also, I never had a teaching experience. So there I got my mentors and I tried to fight back. I did my self-study in the Pathshala also. Very good mentors, very nice atmosphere, and I love children. So the same position, they are two words.
Yeah, both
apart.
are equally challenging, you are saying.
That is-
Excellent, ma'am. Ma'am, one value that has guided you throughout your life.
I would say I have tried to do it, especially during my office life.
Uh,
I always try to, whosoever comes into contact with me,
mm,
even if he is somewhat not cooperative with me, he is not appreciating my work, he is not friendly, I can say. Even then, I try to find one good quality.
Oh, excellent.
So that gives you peace of mind. If I start fighting with him, so he would also be unhappy, I would also be unhappy. And this I keep on telling the children also. एक दूसरे की backbiting करते हैं ना. मैम उसने आज वो आया, वो पार्क में खेल रहा था कल, आज आया नहीं. मैंने कहा, तुमने फिर उनको, I tell them कि वो गांधी जी के 3 बंदर, वो तुम्हें मालूम है, तो वो उनको मैंने उनकी बोल के उनको रटा दिया. उनको लागू करो, you would be very happy.
Correct.
अभी तो बहुत छोटे हैं, they are too young.
Yeah. Very true. Ma'am, even adults like us, they don't have this habit. This is a wonderful thing. I think everybody of us should follow. Yeah. Ma'am, one word that describes SNS Pathshala.
Caring and sharing.
True.
Caring and sharing.
True. Yeah, true. One thing you still wish to learn.
I still wish to learn. I can say that I am somewhat emotional in nature. My daughter
Ah.
keeps on telling me,
Ah.
"Mommy, जो लोग आपसे ठीक से बात नहीं करते, they may be in your extended family or other
Ah.
circle, तुम हिंदी का word use करते हैं, झाड़ कर फेंक दो. Those who care for you, you give them your
Right.
mingle with them. So, but somehow it keeps on rankling.
Correct.
That is
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
I
Right.
try my best, but it is there.
Yeah. Ma'am, additional secretary or Vandana ma'am?
Vandana ma'am is बिल्कुल साधारण स्त्री, human being.
That is
Additional
so
secretary,
humble of you.
that part of life is over. I don't carry hangover. I could have continued in office also. One or two leaders, when they came to know that I have retired and when they met me, आप कैसे छोड़ के चली गई? My boss, he said, Mrs. Garg, if you are leaving, how would the question branch, how would I manage? मैंने कहा, sir, leaving a very good team, perfect team, they will manage the work. तो मेरे कई कोलिग्स करते हैं, पर हम जब हमारे पास आते थे ना, जब when we used to be junior or some of our seniors after retirement used to be there, so we didn't appreciate that. That chapter is over. Sometimes now I feel, मुझे लगता ही नहीं कि मैंने इतना काम किया था क्या. That also happens.
That is so humble of you, ma'am.
11 साल का टाइम निकल गया ना, 11 साल का टाइम निकल गया.
After retirement,
we get very high pension. So my colleagues, when we meet, उनका वो guilty conscious होते हैं. अब तो लाइफ मतलब लोग बहुत जीते हैं, तो ये तो हमें मिलती रहेगी. कह रहे आपने काम किया था तो सैलरी मिलती थी, अब पेंशन मिलती है, तो ठीक है. You don't know how to spend that money also. That is also there. It is difficult to find a genuine person to whom you can give any. वो बहुत ढूंढना पड़ता है.
Very true. And such a lovely attitude, ma'am. I don't know how many pensioners would have such a thought process. Excellent. Ma'am, you mentioned that knitting, reading, and poems are your hobby.
Hindi poem.
Any favorite poem of yours, ma'am?
I have a book published somewhere around 2014. And two books का publishing material है.
Acha, okay, excellent.
So, because nowadays it is peak of summer.
Right.
So one day I said, and girls, 3 or 4 girl students have come in our Pathshala, and they are very sweet girls. So,
interns, ma'am, are they interns? Students, okay.
Next class. So they are very sweet. So I love interacting with them. तो एक दिन वो एक जैसे सब वो बैंड लगा कर आई थी, तो अच्छा I said कि I take time in searching. My son laughs at me. Yeah, search करती रहती हूँ.
हाँ जी, no problem, ma'am. Please take your time.
तो मैंने ना उन पर कविता लिखी थी. हाँ जी. गर्मी से सबको लपेट लिया उसमें, क्या नॉट दे अलोन, पर और भी लिखे, पर वो मुझे ढूंढना थोड़ा सा मेरा. इट इज अ स्मॉल पोएम. कैन आई रीड इट?
या प्लीज डू.
गर्मियों की भरी दोपहरी, आसमान से बरसती आग, पार्क में लगी कक्षाएं, कुमलाते चेहरे, पसीने में नहाता तन बदन, कोई और विकल्प नहीं, जुटे हैं शिक्षक गण, संवारना जो है आने वाले कल को. तभी होता है चमत्कार, अचानक हो जाता है प्रवेश, ऋतुराज बसंत का पाठशाला की बगिया में. आ जाती है बहार, नन्हे पौधों में खिल उठी कलियां, कक्षा में चुपके से आ बैठी देव कन्याएं. भोले मुखड़ों से झांकता है बालपन, छिपाए हुए अपने भीतर बुद्धि और ज्ञान की पूंजी, और नए उत्साह से जाते हैं जुट हम शिक्षक गण, तराशने इन अनमोल रत्नों को.
Wonderful, very nice, ma'am. Excellent poem. So you wrote this spontaneously on seeing those girls?
हाँ.
अरे वाह, excellent.
They're very sweet. बहुत ही sweet है लड़कियां तो. I have got 2 granddaughters, so I searched them in them.
Right, yeah. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, before concluding, what is your message for the educators and for the community as a whole?
Community, I can say कि element of negativity is very much there. And uh, I am the best, the others are not. Negativity, it is spoiling the atmosphere. So
True.
we need to have positivity. वही
True.
the thing, वही जो सब में कुछ अच्छा ढूंढो, you would be at peace. That
Exactly.
thing is not there. Only
Exactly.
WhatsApp group में happy birthday and happy
Yeah.
anniversary पे बात खत्म हो जाती है. In the
हाँ
family
जी.
groups also.
Yeah,
Family,
very true.
that is there.
Very true. Very true. Yeah.
Educators, I think they should try to interact with the children.
Mhm.
It is difficult for them, I understand. But mentors like us in the Pachala, we are doing that.
Mhm.
It is making changes. That makes
Mhm. Mhm. Excellent, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Your journey is a reminder for the rest of us that does not fulfillment means not holding positions, but
no,
moving on and finding out meaningful pursuits.
the other things are.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope this podcast of ours inspire people to accept transition smoothly and find a way to give back to the society as they did. Thank you so much for sharing your remarkable
I
journey,
should thank
ma'am.
you. This was my
Absolutely.
maiden attempt. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have never done podcast, so I
uh,
was hesitant like anything.
I know, I know, I know. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you, thank you.